Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. It's your coach here. Coach's Call on Tap. This is NCAA Week 12 Pick'em Show with Kyle in Pennsylvania, Tristan, North Carolina, and our special guest, my good buddy, John Jennings here with me in Bastrop. Sorry for the flies, buddy. We might have something dead under here, but we're not going to worry about that. Hey, we got the week before feast week here. We've got, what is it? Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, Auburn. We've got the Egg Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Black Bowl, the White Bowl, the Mexican Bowl. We got all kinds of bowls going on next week. So this week is going to be a little lighter, but we're still going to dive into it. We're going to go to the top 25, talk about what we like, what we don't like, and we're going to start, I guess, with a little bit of house cleaning. We have any house cleaning to do first?
Yep. So we'll go over records from last week real quick. We'll start with the worst and we will go to the best. So if you tell Donnie last week you lost money on Saturday, Donnie went 8-11. All right, and then second to worst, but if you told him you made a little bit of money, Coach Z 10-9. Good job, Coach.
Check your math. I think you're wrong, but go ahead.
No, all right, and then third best was, or second, I guess, because the top two were tied. Me at 11-8, and I don't even know what I'm talking about. And then you have Puff and Kyle tied for first at 12-7. Yep, good job, Kyle. And Jeffrey.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Good job. So you're going to start things off with for us, Kyle. We got number 2 Michigan 10-0, 7-0 in the Big Ten against Maryland 6-4, 3-4. A lot of people thought Maryland had a shot this year. Michigan is on the road, 19-point favorite after beating the shit out of your Penn State Nittany Lions. Over and under is 49.5. What do you think's going to happen here, Kyle?
Oh yeah, I think Michigan's gonna rout Maryland. I'll just be completely honest with you. I think Maryland hangs around in the first half, but I think this is one of those games where you see Michigan maybe score. It's like 13-7 at halftime, but then they pull away and win like 40-7 there in the end. So give me Michigan here on this one.
I got you. Tristan, what do you think?
Sorry, I was looking for this on the spreadsheet. The slurring Swami made, and I couldn't find it. Yeah, I'm gonna take Michigan. No, I'm not. I'm gonna take Maryland. I'm taking Maryland here. I think their defense is good enough to keep them in this game. Keep it a 14-point game. Tua's brother. I mean, honestly, Maryland should have lost last week to Nebraska. I know because I watched the game because I had money on it. They got lucky. Anyways, I think Tua's little brother. He's the real deal. Give me Maryland.
I got you, Coach Jennings. You think Michigan covers the 19 or not?
I think Michigan wins, but I don't think Michigan covers.
Thank you.
I think I'm kind of with Tristan there. Maryland's going to play well enough at home. Points is too much.
Sandwich game, gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about, a sandwich game. Michigan off a big win against, even though it is only Penn State, it was still a big win because it was supposedly their first test. This is going to be their second game without Harbaugh. And then this is going to be the week before the big Michigan-Ohio State game. I think this is a perfect spot for Maryland, not only to cover, but if you don't watch out, they might beat this Michigan team.
There's your hatred coming out.
Especially if they decide not to throw the football. The ball in your pocket for a half, it might jump up and bite you in the ass. I'm not calling the upset. I'm just saying if there is a chance, a probability for one, I think this is a perfect spot. Give me Maryland minus the 19. You know me, I'm gonna buy the half, take it to 19.5. But give me Maryland to cover this game. Next game we got Chattanooga, Alabama. There's not even a line on this, is there?
45.
Alabama in a rout 45. Kyle, what do you think?
Bama, easily. Simple as that.
Tristan.
Yeah, I meant to announce that Donnie's in Vegas playing slots right now. I do have his picks. I will give you them as well if you like to tell Donnie. He was on Michigan first game. He's on Bama this game. I'm also on Bama.
JJ, what do you think?
Bama, no question.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go opposite here, gentlemen. I think Chattanooga can score a touchdown. Alabama scores 48. Chattanooga scores 1. They cover the 44.
Back door, baby.
I like the back door. Hey, as long as Meemaw keeps the back door open,
There you go.
I'm all about it, baby. I'm all about it,
I'm gonna
especially
need
because Alabama's got Auburn next week. I don't care what anybody says about how bad they think Auburn is. I don't give a shit. It's the Iron Bowl, boys. Throw the stats out the window, lock the windows and doors, and keep your women and children inside because that's going to be a bloodbath in the Iron Bowl. Give me Chattanooga to cover. I don't even know who their mascot is. Next one, Louisville, 9-1, 6-1 in the ACC. Miami, 6-4, 2-4 in the ACC. Miami, -1. Total is 46.5. Kyle, talk to me, big boy.
I'm very excited to watch this game. I think this game has the potential to be one of the best games out of the entire weekend, in my opinion.
We're good.
Good. Okay.
Good.
So yeah, as I was saying, I think I like Miami in the spot a lot. I think Louisville, they're right there. They have a less than 1% chance to make the college football playoff. Technically, they're still in the race. I think their dream's coming to an end this week. I like Tyler Van Dyke in this game to be able to throw against that Louisville defense. So give me Miami in this one.
All right, Tristan, what do you think, man?
Donnie's on Louisville. I'm on Louisville too. I think Louisville gets it done on the road. This Miami team's not good. I've watched a couple games. I've watched Tyler Van Dyke. I don't even know why he's the starter. Give me Louisville.
Coach, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback on them. I'm not sure why he's a starter either. And then I just see Louisville going in there and doing what they do.
If that's the case, why is Miami favored? Why is it Miami -1?
Don't you get 3 for being at home?
Yeah, you get 3 for being at home. So it would be Miami +2, Louisville -2.
Louisville -2.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. It stinks to high heaven. Miami just came off a loss. I don't understand why it's like this. For this Miami to cover this game, I like Miami. You heard it here. Don't sound surprised. Rutgers at Penn State. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Penn State, number 12, Penn State gets Rutgers at home. Penn State -20.5. Over and under is 40. You know how me and Donnie like those numbers, how they add up. Kyle, what do you think?
Kyle, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
God damn it.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Penn State's offense is more broken than a McDonald's ice cream machine. Yes, I get it. I get it. It is more broken than a McDonald's ice cream machine. I watched it with my own eyes last week. The disappointment of everyone. I left a sign at Beaver Stadium that said, "Please fire James Franklin. I'm becoming an alcoholic because of him."
Wow.
But, I mean, yeah, I think 20.5 is too much. I do.
Oh,
I was just hear me out. I think 20.5 is too much because I think Penn State's going to win by 20. I don't think that half. I think that half point's going to kill people. So give me Rutgers to cover. I think Penn State wins 30-10.
Yeah, I'm a big Shiano fan. You know that. I say it all the time. I love Shiano. I love his defense. I love what he does. I don't trust Penn State. I don't trust that quarterback, especially after last week. There's just too much heat. I just think 20.5 is too much. I like the hook. Give me Rutgers plus the 20.5. Tristan, what do you think?
Kyle, did you say Rutgers or Penn State?
I said Penn State was going to win, but Rutgers to cover.
Okay. So Donnie's on Rutgers. I'm also on Rutgers.
Damn it.
Drew, I've
Coach,
seen some pretty shitty quarterback play in college football. Drew Allard, he might have moved into the top 5. Like, he's fucking horrible. He's horrible.
Look how bad Bo Nix was at the start of his career. He's young.
Yep.
Drew's 19 years old.
Hold on.
Drew's 19 years old.
Who's JJ got? What are we doing? What's happening here?
What are you doing?
Go ahead.
Are you frozen?
What do you got? What do you got?
So Rutgers defense is pretty good. I think they're playing pretty well. They're catching their stride. I just don't see, and I've got 20 on mine. I know ESPN has 20.5. But I don't. I Rutgers.
Attaboy. Ole Miss coming home after getting beat at Alabama. Ole Miss -37.5. They're hosting UL Monroe. What do you think, Kyle?
Oh yeah, Ole Miss by murder. 37.5 is not enough.
Tristan?
Donnie's got Ole Miss. For the sake of being different, I'm gonna go UL Monroe.
Go ahead, Jennings. Tell us it's going to be 55-0.
Ole Miss. Kiffin might score 70.
Yeah, he's in a bad mood. Kiffin's that kid that, you know, if you steal his doll, he's going to be pissed for a long time, and he's going to take it out on somebody else. I think Ole Miss scores 70. I don't know if UL Monroe gets across the 50. Give me Ole Miss minus 37.5. Oklahoma, how the other mighty have fallen. 5-2 in the Big 12. They're going to BYU. It's an early morning game. OU's favored by why are they favored by 24.5?
God, they're fucking. They
Over and
shouldn't be
under
laying that to nobody. Oh man.
Over and under 57.5. Tristan, why is OU favored by 24.5?
They shouldn't be. Take BYU. Gabriel sucks. Oklahoma, they were riding like some high at the beginning of the year. Donnie said they wouldn't lose a game, but you know, always fade Donnie. That being said, Donnie's on BYU. I'm gonna also be on BYU. Oklahoma shouldn't be laying that many points to anybody.
Kyle, what do you think?
Yeah, I think BYU easily covers this game. BYU plays a lot better at home than they do on the road. I don't think BYU wins, but I definitely think they cover easily.
Jennings?
Ain't no question. BYU at home, they play better at home, like you said, and then give me the Mormons.
It's going to be an electric atmosphere at BYU. They want this bad. They want to beat the shit out of Oklahoma. I think this is a huge bounce back. I think Oklahoma wins by 40. BYU is going to get routed at home, gentlemen. Gabriel's coming out, and he's slinging the rock, and Oklahoma wins by 38 to 40 points here. Book it. Go ahead. Might be one of my best plays of the weekend.
38 to 40.
Oh yeah, to beat the shit out of them. It's an early morning game. If it was
the Mormons are going to be ready for that early morning game.
I like Oklahoma.
Half of OU's team is going to be out tonight.
Dude, I was big on Tulane until they screwed up my cover last week. I really thought they almost lost.
Never bet on anybody that's in Vegas or New Orleans.
Oh my gosh, they let me down. But they're favored on the road. Florida Atlantic, they're 4-6. 3-3 in the American. The line is Tulane -9. Over and under 47.5. Kyle, what do you think?
I like Tulane in this one. I don't think FAU's defense just isn't good enough to stop Michael Pratt in that Tulane offense. I think 9.5 is pretty perfect for this one. I think they win by like 14-21.
I like that. Tristan?
Give me Florida Atlantic to cover, and then Donnie's on Tulane.
Jennings?
Tulane covers.
Tulane covers. I think they're embarrassed for what they did last week. I think they come out. They play a little better defense, but I think their offense gets to clicking early and often. I like Tulane -9. 1:30 game, Utah, number 22, Utah is at number 17, Arizona. Is Arizona really for real?
Yes.
Both are 7-3. Utah's 4-3 in the Pac-12. Arizona's 5-2 in the Pac-12. Arizona's favored by 1. Pick them in some places. Over and under 46.5. Kyle, start us off. What do you think?
If this game was at night, because weird things happen at night in the desert. So I mean, I'd be all over Arizona if this game was at night. But this game's kicking off at 11:30 in the morning. I think Utah's a better team than Arizona. I think that defense is finally going to be able to slow down this Arizona offense that's red hot. So give me Utah.
I like it. Tristan?
I'm going to go ahead and write you down for Utah, Coach. You ain't even got to tell me.
Yeah, Coach Witt. That's my man. I love him.
I'm going to be on Arizona. I like this Arizona team. They're just resilient. They keep fighting. They that ranking last week didn't scare them. Colorado didn't scare them, although it was close, but they pulled it out. Give me Arizona. And Donnie's on Utah. Donnie's on Utah.
Thanks for the donation. And Colorado is a circus. Go ahead, Jennings. What do you think about this?
Utah goes into Tucson and wins.
Utah wins. I love that. I love the upset right there. Hey, this is probably one of the biggest games of the week right here. Georgia, number 1 Georgia, goes to Tennessee, number 18 Tennessee. Tennessee 7-3, 3-3 in the SEC. For a lot of people in our Discord, Tennessee should be undefeated right now. They should be the greatest team ever. Bubba, I don't know what happened. I guess everybody else wants it more than them. Whatever the excuse is, Georgia's a 10-point favorite at Tennessee at 2:30. It's going to be live. It's going to be good. This is now. I saw a clip of the Tennessee comeback, and then I saw another clip of a Georgia. These games are usually really tight. What do you think about this one, Kyle?
Yeah, this isn't even close. Georgia's gonna beat the living hell out of Tennessee. I mean, give me like Georgia by like 35. I think they're gonna walk in there and just murder them. Georgia, they're playing their best football right now, and I don't see Tennessee being able to hang with them. I mean, they just got shit on by Missouri. I expect Georgia to shit on them even more.
I don't think Bowers is even going to play. I don't think that'll matter, but I mean, they're still resting him. Tristan, what do you think?
Kyle, is Joe Milton a senior?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, I was just asking because I think he's checked out for the year and looking for his next NIL deal. But if not, then never mind. Anyways, I'm on Georgia, and Donnie's also on Georgia.
Coach, what do you think?
Yeah, definitely Georgia. I think Georgia wins by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm all about it. I see, Tennessee, other than the Philadelphia Eagles, Tennessee fans are the worst fans in the entire fucking world. I think by the third quarter, you're going to see beer mugs and beer bottles and golf balls and all the shit that they threw at Lane Kiffin last year. They're going to be throwing it at Kirby Smart because Kirby Smart is going to be up by 40 fucking points. Give me Georgia, like you said, Kyle, murder. 2:30 Illinois at number 16 Iowa. God, I love these fucking totals right here, boys. The over and under is 31.5, bro. The under is 31.5. How do I not bet the under 31.5? Guess what? I am betting the under 31.5. Iowa's favored by 3. Kyle, what do you think about the spread here?
The spread, I mean, me personally, I'm not betting on the spread. The only thing I'm betting on this game is the under. I'll tell you that.
That's my boy.
Yeah, but if I had to pick a team to win, I mean, I do think Iowa's going to win. They only have 2 losses to 2 good teams, and they haven't lost any bad teams yet. So I have no reason to pick against Iowa.
Tristan, what do you think? Iowa minus 3.
So I love Iowa. I mean, like they go into a game. They know they're not going to score points, but they're going to beat the shit out of you on defense. So I don't know that Illinois might get a touchdown and a field goal here. I don't know. Maybe not even that, but give me Iowa.
Dude, last week, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Illinois scored like 30 or 40 points.
They won't this week.
Against Indiana. Like that, I was going to bet the under against that Illinois-Indiana game, and they ended up like totaling 90 points or some stupid shit. I'm glad I didn't bet it.
Donnie's also on Iowa.
What do you think, Coach?
Oh, Iowa for sure, and then I've got 32 now.
Okay. Now let them bet it up. The more they bet it up, the more I'm going to bet the under. Yep. Give me Iowa minus 3 at home, and I'm going to bet the under also. Number 18, Notre Dame. Man, it seems like it's been 2 or 3 weeks since we talked about Notre Dame. Wake Forest goes to Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a 24.5-point favorite. The over and under is 46.5. Kyle, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Sam Hartman versus his former team. They're home. I think 24.5 is just right. I think Notre Dame's going to blow Wake Forest out of the water.
Wow. Okay, Tristan?
I'm on Wake Forest here. I think 24.5 is too many. I think the whole Sam Hartman hype has chilled out a little bit. Give me Wake Forest on the road to cover. They're going to cover. They're going to score. It's going to be like a 24-21 game. I'm sorry. They're going to lose by like 21. Donnie's on Notre Dame.
I got you. What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, I got 25. I'm definitely Notre Dame. No. I'm sorry. Wake Forest.
Yeah.
Wake Forest.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, if you take the total and you take the total and you take the spread.
Wins,
yeah. You take the spread, you're like, holy crap, they're going to beat the shit out of Wake Forest. No, Wake Forest isn't going to take a beating here. And Sam Hartman isn't what we thought he was. And the newness is wore off. The honeymoon's over. Give me Wake Forest to cover. Maybe Notre Dame wins by 21 points, but not 24.5.
Nope.
Hey, Tristan, let's go to your neck of the woods.
Hey.
Number 20, North Carolina. One of my favorite coaches ever, Mac Brown. He loves to kiss them babies and shake them hands. Number 20, North Carolina is at Clemson. Clemson's a 7.5-point favorite. 3 or 4 weeks ago, we wouldn't have said this.
Disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful. Clemson -7.5 at home. It's a 2:30 game, so they'll finish in the dark, but they'll start during the day. Kyle, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I love Clemson in this game. I don't see why that man, like, he lit a fire under Dabo Sweeney. I forget his name, but he lit a fire under him. And this team, like, ever since he lit a fire under them, this team has looked like Clemson football is supposed to look like. So I like Clemson here. I don't think they are going to cover. I think that, like, just like the half a point in the Rutgers Penn State game is going to hurt, I think the half a point's going to hurt here too. I think Clemson wins by 7. So give me North Carolina to cover, but Clemson to definitely pull this upset off.
Oh, I like that. Tristan, what do you think?
Is this really considered an upset if Clemson wins?
I mean,
Well,
technically,
technically, because of the
Technically,
rankings. Yeah.
Anyway, Donnie's on North Carolina. I'm on North Carolina too. They're probably even gonna win. I think this might even become a shootout. Like, I like the over in this game too. North Carolina doesn't play defense, coach.
No, I know, but how are you going to a shootout with 2 guys that only have pea shooters? A shootout, you need real guns out there, baby.
Bro, Drake may probably throw 5 touchdowns in this game.
yeah, honestly,
with 10 sacks. With 10 sacks.
That's fine. 5 touchdowns hits the over. Whatever.
Okay, whatever. I'm done talking to you. Hey, Coach, what do you think about this?
Yeah. North Carolina.
Wow. You know, that surprised me because we just got done talking in the other podcast. You know, momentum and that feeling.
Yeah, I just don't believe in him.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe in a guy named Dabo, like it's hard to believe in a guy named Jimbo. I understand that.
We also talked about his faults.
Yeah, we did talk about his faults, but I'm sorry, dude. I got to carry that momentum from last week.
Ebbs and flows.
Yeah,
Ebbs and
but it's got to, give me a 2-week ebb and then maybe a letdown. But I got to ride this one with Dabo.
I just think Mac's going to have him ready.
I mean, I rode 5 years with Jimbo. I'm going to ride 2 weeks with Dabo. Give me Dabo to cover the 7.5 points. They win by 14. 13 to 14 points. I think Clemson wins this. They pull away in the end. Minnesota at number 2, Ohio State. Could be a look-ahead game because Ohio State has Michigan next week. Ohio State's a 27.5-point favorite. The over-and-under is 49.5. Ohio State at home, 27.5. Kyle, take it away.
Oh, yeah, this one's pretty simple here. Minnesota has an offense that is just absolutely abysmal and has been awful all season long. And Ohio State is the number 1 defense in all college football. So give me Ohio State by 27.5.
Tristan, what do you think, buddy?
Donnie's on Minnesota. And then JJ, what these guys don't know, or what you don't know, but these guys know about me. I just pretty recently started watching more college football. And the one thing I've learned about Big Ten football is these fuckers hate scoring on each other. Like they like to just go in there and
Always been true.
Yeah, they like to go in there and they like to just play fucking 14 to 12 games and then move on to the next week. So give me Minnesota.
Coach, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm with him there. I say Minnesota.
How can you not? I don't think Ohio's the number 2 team in the nation. Number 1
points.
I mean, let's start with that. I don't think Ohio State's that team.
They're not
at all. And then 27.5. And then you got to look ahead because they got Michigan coming up. Like, I mean, how many of those guys are going to play 4 quarters? I love this spot. If Minnesota's coach will just take his fucking tie off one time and go out there and coach his ass off, I think they can cover this. I'm hoping it's this week. They could pound a rock or row the boat. I don't know what row the boat. Yeah, that's what they do over there in Minnesota. I don't even know. There is water in Minnesota. They row the fucking boat. Let's row the boat to where you can cover 27. Give me Minnesota plus 27.5.
Meemaw's going to leave the back door open. I can smell the cookies.
I love it. We need Meemaw all weekend, baby, so we can win big. This one's interesting here, boys. I know because we're a lot of us are big fans of this team, but we got number 6, Oregon, 9-1, 6-1 in the Pac-12, going to Arizona State. 3 o'clock kickoff. Oregon is a 23.5-point favorite on the road. Over under 53.5. Kyle, talk to me.
This game is very, very, very sneaky, and I want to explain why it's very sneaky. Arizona State, for some reason this season, other than last week, they have been giving teams fits. Absolute fits. They have only lost 2 games by less than 12 points this season, and they're 3-7. Their record could certainly be different. I understand Oregon's playing their best football of the season right now. Oregon looks like the best team in college football right now, but I think Arizona State's going to give Oregon a fit in this one, and I think they're going to cover.
Tristan, what do you think?
Yeah, Kyle's wrong. I think this Donnie's on Oregon, and I think this is going to be one of those games where Bo Nix cements that Heisman candidacy he is on. So give me Oregon.
All right. Coach.
What's the line again?
Oregon minus 23.5. And remember, next week, they got Oregon State coming to their place. Big time rivalry. Look ahead. What do you think about 23.5?
I don't like it. I think it's too many points. Too many points. I mean, Colorado, what? 3-point loss. Washington, 8-point loss.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna happen.
You like Arizona State?
Yeah.
Arizona State plus 23.5. Mark it down. Meemaw, is Meemaw going to be there all weekend?
She's not going to be in Arizona this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think so either, buddy. I think I don't know, man. But I like the trend. I'm going to go back and I preach it. So I'm going to speak it and I'm going to do it. The trend, the numbers don't lie. 23.5 might be too much, especially with the look ahead to Oregon State and then the conference championship after that. Give me Arizona State to cover the 23.5 here. I'm with you, Kyle and Coach. Now Oklahoma State's going to Houston. Number 23, Oklahoma State. They're 7-3, 5-2 in the Big 12. Houston, I can't get a read. 1 week good, 1 week bad. It's kind of like, the University of Texas. What are they going to be great? Or are they going to be mediocre? What's going to happen? Oklahoma State's going. So they beat Oklahoma. Then they go to UCF and get waffle stomped. I mean, absolutely fucking embarrassed, which we all called, and it was great. We all won money. And now they're coming, and they got to go to Houston. They got to go to the 5th Ward and play the Cougs. And they're favored by 6.5. Kyle, what do you think about that?
I really like Oklahoma State to bounce back this week. I think Oklahoma State, they just got absolutely embarrassed last week. I think they're going to realize that they were horribly embarrassed last week. They still have a shot at the Big 12 title game. It's right there. All they got to do is win the last 2 games. I like them to beat Houston here.
Tristan, what do you think, buddy?
Donnie's on OK State. I'm going to take the home dog here. Give me Houston.
Man, I had a feeling you were going to do that, Tristan, and I can't blame you.
It seems like the line is weird. I don't know why it's not a little bigger.
You seem to be reading a different book than everybody else. What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, I don't think Houston.
Mike.
They don't play very good defense. Houston doesn't. So, yeah, I'm going to Oklahoma State. I say by more than 7.
Yeah, I can't put my money on Houston.
I like it.
I can't put my money on Houston. I don't know that it's a bounce back more than a fade Houston game for me. I still don't like Oklahoma State's quarterback, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. We move on. Give me Oklahoma State, Tristan, please. North Alabama, Florida State. Whoa, what a barn burner this is going to be. Is there even a line on this game? No, can we just skip past it and know that Florida State's going to win?
Give me 2 seconds and I can pull one up. Let's see. I don't have a line either. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Let's keep going. We'll come back.
I didn't even think. I thought North Alabama only played soccer. I wasn't sure. Okay, let's move on. K-State, Kansas. Ooh, this is a good one.
Whoa.
This is a good one. Kansas. This is at night at Kansas. 5-12 in the Big 5-2 in the Big 12 against 4-3 in the Big 12. K-State at Kansas is a 9 and a favorite. This is kind of disrespectful if you're in the state of Kansas. Kyle, what do you think about this?
So this would be a fantastic football game if Jason Bean was playing, but Jason Bean is doubtful to play, and Kansas is going to be on their 3rd string quarterback. Kansas State plus 9.5. I like it. Or minus 9.5. My bad.
I got you, Tristan.
I'm on Kansas State too. They're the real deal. Donnie's on Kansas.
Dang it. Go ahead, Coach. What do you got?
It's in Lawrence, Kansas.
I'm with you, man. I am with you. This
Pulling
is
for the
where
third string
it's
quarterback.
Fucking war.
Yeah.
It's fucking
If
war.
you could out the book, it doesn't matter. This is old school. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is the Red River rivalry. This is the Iron Bowl. This is all that. The same thing, but in a cornfield. This is what this is. 9.5 points. That's I'll buy it to 10. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm going to buy it to 10 because you never bet a double digit favorite here ever. Give me Kansas. Give me Kansas plus the points here, regardless whether K-State's a real deal or not. This is a close game, a field goal game at best. Another good one, man. Number 9, Washington at number 11, Oregon State. Washington's still undefeated, man.
And they're
They've had some
dogs.
they've had games where they show they've got that dog in them, and they've had games where they just had to get by. And good teams do that, Coach. Right?
No doubt.
I mean, there's games where, dude, let's just win and move on to the next week, and let's fix shit. And Washington's doing that. Oregon's favored by a point. I'm gonna pick them. I got it at -1, over and under at 63.5. Kyle, talk to me about this.
Let first of all, let's give Washington a standing ovation here for the great season they've had. Great season by Washington. They
Now
can
lay the
enjoy
hammer down.
having 0 losses. They have 0 losses, but guess what? That 0 losses by 10:30 p.m. Eastern time on the East Coast is going to turn to 1 because Oregon State is going to win this game.
Wow.
I love it.
Wow, your call. Okay. You're calling it, Tristan. You got him?
Donnie's on Washington. I have a rule when betting, and it goes across everything.
Is it called a Matt rule?
Don't make me go hide in the closet. Don't make me go hide in the closet.
Go ahead, buddy.
What on paper, everything you're gonna look at is gonna scream Washington. They haven't lost a game. They have Michael Penix in the Heisman running, and they're dogs. Give me Oregon State.
Coach, come on.
Washington. All the way. They have too much to lose. It's just and Q is too good.
Yeah. We talked about it. What we talked about in the other podcast. You know, they're just better in all 3 phases of the game. Coaching also, preparation. They've got too much to lose, like you said. We've gone on, and so why now in week 12 do we have the letdown? No, we've had our letdown. We had our letdown at Arizona. We had our letdown over here. You know, now it's time to write. You know, we right the ship. Now it's right there. You can touch it. You can feel it. You know, we want one of these, baby. This is what we're after. And you could fucking feel it. It's right there. It can't happen. It won't happen. I won't let it happen. Give me Washington. Washington to win this ball game.
I'd say Washington by touchdown.
Yeah, I'm with you. There's silence over the crowd. Can you feel it? Florida and Missouri. Good Lord. This is a Discord nightmare for us.
Yeah.
So you guys,
Oh,
you
Lord.
guys that are listening,
Yeah,
you can go join our Discord. You can go to our TikTok and all that, and you can find it. I don't care how you do it. Go find our Discord. But I swear, I think a third of our Discord is rooting for Florida. A third of our Discord is rooting for Missouri, and a third is rooting for Tennessee, and then the rest of us are teams. That's too much. But that's all right. You know what I mean? This is gonna be one of those great shit talking games. Missouri -11, Florida coming in. Kyle, let's just start with you.
Coach, you know how much I love this Missouri team. You know. What did I say what I said last week? That is exactly what happened. What I said that Missouri was going to do last week, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
What Missouri going to do this week? They're going to stomp Florida into the ground. They're going to be the ones chomping their way to victory. They're going to chomp their heads off. Missouri by 21.
Wow, that's a lot of points. Tristan.
Donnie's on Missouri. I agreed with Kyle last week. He got to go before me and beat me to the punch on it, but I'm with him. This Florida team sucks. There's nothing good about that Florida team. They can't even compete within the SEC right now. They're not good. Give me Missouri.
Coach.
Missouri.
Yeah. Hey, Chase, Chetty, Ferda, I want to so bad. I really do, bud. I want to be with you. I want to be by your side. I've got my Florida. I got my Florida. Look, I got my Florida jersey here.
Don't give a donation, Coach. Don't do
I mean,
it.
I want to so bad, but I know how bad you guys are, and I know how good Missouri is. And dude, that coach over there is exciting. He's fun to watch, man.
Great job.
He's doing a fantastic job defensively, flying around, doing what they have to do. There's just no way for close this team. I'm sorry, Chad, but I got Missouri by murder, Jack.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is, brother. John, this is a big game here, buddy. We kind of touched on it in our previous podcast in the Chalk Talk. But this one, let's think about this a little bit before we throw it out there. Number 7, Texas, 6-1 in the Big 12, is going to Iowa State and 5-2. I don't know how anybody can go to Iowa State at night and lay 7.5 points. You've been there, right?
Been there several times.
I mean,
at least twice, not 3 times.
It's a tough place to play at night. It's just like going to Kansas State to Manhattan at night. The fog sets in about the third quarter, and it's eerie. It's spooky. Number 7, Texas, is giving 7.5 on the road at Iowa State. Kyle, what do you think?
Yeah, no, this game, I mean, it's just smelling upset. It's just like yelling. It's just like yelling. They're waving their hands in the air. Like, guess what? This is an upset game. And for that reason, Quinn Ewers is going to show up and Texas is going to win.
Will they cover the 7.5?
I don't think so, no. If you only beat TCU by 3, you ain't beating Iowa State by 7.5, no.
So you got Iowa State plus 7.5.
I do have Iowa State plus 7.5, yeah.
All right, Tristan, go ahead.
Donnie's on Texas. I'm also on Iowa State. This Texas team shouldn't be laying a touchdown to nobody, especially on the road.
I like it. John, what do you think, Coach?
It's too hard to play there at night. It's going to be a hell of an environment. I can't wait to watch the game, period, but I'm going Iowa State. 7.5 is too much for me.
Yeah.
I think Texas most likely wins, but I don't think that's too many points.
I don't think Texas most likely wins. I think Texas loses flat out. I think Iowa State. I think at night coming out, Iowa's got the momentum. Texas makes a couple of mistakes. Iowa takes a couple of touchdown leads, a 10-point lead, 14-point lead. Texas ain't built to come back on that. Not at Iowa State. Maybe they're built to come back, at a West Virginia or Houston or UCF. But you're not going to do that at Iowa State on something like that. You get a double-digit point lead, it's going to be a bitch to come back on.
Well-coached team.
Yeah, it's a well-coached team. I love everything about Iowa State. I think if they get up early, which I think they will, 10, 14 points early, I think they hold on to the lead. I think they upset Texas on the road, and Texas says goodbye to their season. So give me Iowa State on the money line. I don't even want the points. No, I know, dude. That's a bold statement. That's a bold statement. Again, I'm an Aggie, but that has nothing to do with it. At 7 o'clock, we got Georgia State going to LSU. There is a line on this one. LSU minus 32, over and under 72.5. Kyle, what do you think?
31.5 is just that's not even close to enough. Not even close. Jaden Daniels just had 600 total yards of offense last week. He might have 600 total yards of offense again. This is LSU by like 50, 60. I mean, they might even throw a 70 up on the board.
Yeah, Tristan?
Yeah, I've learned my lesson about fading LSU. Give me LSU. And then Donnie is also on LSU.
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, LSU.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, this is so their coach is in the conversation about A&M.
Oh, that would make me puke.
Yeah, I mean he's that kind of dog. This image is mad. I don't know that he fed his team after last week. I don't think I don't know. I think he's still mad. I don't think it was enough. enough for them. I think they can. I'm with you, Kyle. I think they put out a 70 spot on these guys. I think it's going to get ugly. And I don't. And Georgia Southern, they're going to walk in. They're going to collect their $1.3 million. Say thank you. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. We go back, put that $1 million in the college fund, and move on. So yeah, give me LSU all the way on this one. And then we've got. Let's see. What do we have?
I'll say that's it for top 25.
Yeah, but we got what tomorrow? Friday night games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got South Florida UTSA. Want to bring this up because is it Trailer or Trainer?
Trailer. Jeff Trailer.
Jeff Trailer at UTSA. He's in the talks of coming to A&M, being our coach over here, which I don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. He does a great job. You know him, Coach. UTSA, they're 7-3, 6-0 in the American. South Florida coming in 5-3, 3-3 in the American. UTSA is favored by 16. Kyle, let's start with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, UTSA. I do think 16 is too much. I think South Florida is going to cover. It's not the South Florida team from last year. They're definitely improved from last year. I think they're definitely going to cover. I don't think they're going to win, but I think 16 is too much.
I got you, Tristan. What do you think?
UTSA by 21.
Okay, Coach.
To be honest, and obviously I'm biased. I think 16 is a little much, but by 2 points. I mean, 14. UTSA by 14.
Like South Florida to cover.
Oh boy,
South Florida to cover. I think it's too much. They still have tremendous athletes. Give me.
Oh, then.
well,
All
after this one.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead. All right, guys. That's gonna wrap up the college football pick'em show. Thanks to Coach John Jennings. He was a prodigy under Mike Leach.
So
Kyle, thank you for your participation. And Puff, I think we'll be back next week. We appreciate you guys for listening. Go follow the Discord and follow us on all social media. Search Coach's Call and you will find us. We're posting every day. And that is going to be it for the Pick'em Show. Appreciate it, guys.